It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Bears and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Up next, let's keep it in the NFC for this game between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Welcome, everyone, to the start of the NFL postseason. Kate Scott, Brock Huard here as these teams begin the journey toward the Super Bowl. And at this stage, Brock, it's a daunting task ahead to make it all the way. They need 3 straight wins against the best teams in the NFL, beginning with this one right here, right now. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. He's stuffed on the return at the 27. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. That his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by Grady Jarrett. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high, brings up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He has it at the 22, and he's brought down before the return gets far. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked 1st overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was one of the most hyped prospects ever out of college football, and I'm not speaking out of turn or any hyperbole there. It's why he was the #1 pick. And you put on his highlight reel, Kate, you can put that highlight reel against anybody the last 50 years. The way that he creates and extends plays, the ways that he can run and still sling it totally off platform and off balance all over the field. He also does it with a flair, an eccentricity that is unique.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty clear here by these 2 play calls. The offense, they wanted to attack this secondary in the passing game. But this defense, well, they more than respond. It's got them in great shape to make a stand right here on 3rd down and finish off a brisk 3 and out to begin the game.
Has it downfield, working the left. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the 1st.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 37. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Working from the gun, Williams. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backward. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Looking for a target. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Williams from the gun. He sends this one to the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 4th and long. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now first run of the game, Zamir White. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Pickens motioning left. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down, here's Dak. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. That's caught. Here's Zamir White. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll go with another punt, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. And he drives it skyward, hoping to drop this near the goal line. And he stays under this one. Wow, great punt. Unexpected fair catch at the 5. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Bears are going to take over deep in their own territory. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Kaiir Elam getting there for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Williams. Finds him over the middle. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's Williams. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Putting the tight end in motion. First down, here's Swift. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Williams on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
From their own end zone, and he gets it away. And he'll signal the fair catch. Brings this one in comfortably right at the midfield stripe. No return on that punt. And the Cowboys will take over with some excellent field position. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now Dak to throw. He'll get this complete to White. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Prescott, first and 10. Finds his fullback. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Cowboys with their first shot inside the red zone. They've got first and 10 right along the 20. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Prescott here from the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Another throw for Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Dak throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So second down coming up. Now here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle. Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They're looking at second and pretty short. Now Williams. Has his man, it's Swift. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Hand off running right. Here's Swift. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Cowboys sending out the dime package. 3rd down. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. To throw, Williams. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Dak now from the gun. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be Bears football. First down, Williams. That's complete, Cole Kmet. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he gets him around 6 there. Jack Jones making that tackle. Gets them 6 yards and back on the positive side of things. It's now 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Torrey Taylor getting set to punt it once again. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to begin the drive. Throwing on first is Prescott. He's on the move. Now here he goes.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Dak off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Prescott now on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Running it after the penalty. And he found some running room for a nice gain. They get back 8 and now have a 2nd and much more manageable 7. Up the middle, here goes White. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. They'll run for it with White. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's Swift to start the drive. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Staying grounded with Swift. Room to work at the 35. Inside the 45. It's a long run, a positive, but we see the negative here as one of his blockers in some distress following the play. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Blown back gets the handoff. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Williams from the gun. Stays. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player on that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. The Cowboys about set to take over. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a toss to White. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. The give now to White. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys in possession. They've got 1st down from the 31. First down, here's Dak. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 1st and 10, Prescott. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 6 now. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. Offense up to the line fast. Here he is on 3rd and long. He puts some power on a deep one left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Brian Anger on now to punt. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And this kick gets past the 20. It's going to reach the 18-yard line before it's touchdown. Here come the Bears back out on offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Searches from the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Pass complete. That's Devin Duvernay. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Kalen Carson with the tackle. Williams to throw on 3rd. Komet brings it in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. This is complete to Duvernay. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Receiver in motion, headed right. Williams to throw on 1st. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. 1st down throw by Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Kaiir Elam getting there for the stop. the 38. He's got time here. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Torrey Taylor on to punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he drives this one skyward, hoping to drop it near the goal line. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. So we're to the half in this NFC Wild Card contest. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it'll be the New York Giants matching up with the Detroit Lions. If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
Devin Duvernay to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Swift hauls it in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out in the 3rd and short.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Into the hands of Duvernay. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Deron Bland. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the 46. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Tight end gets it running forward. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Tossing right to the short side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate. But look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
He's got him, that's Swift. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Malik Hooker with the tackle. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now here's Williams. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, I think the defensive coaches in coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
Carney's kick is good. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Brings in the kick at the 9. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Prescott here from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. They run the counter with White. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. That's 5, it looks like, on the play, so now it's going to be 3rd and 8. From the gun is Prescott. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And they'll get to this one right around, actually exactly at the 15-yard line. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. They run the counter with Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner. This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. A give right side for Swift. And this one doesn't go far. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's White on the give. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. So now here's 3rd and 5. Dak now from the gun. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down, ball at the 36. 1st down, here's Dak. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. Just a field goal aside so far as we enter the final quarter of play. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And it'll be touchdown a little before the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Moore's got it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. 1st down, here's Swift. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
From the 40 on 2nd down. That one's out to the sideline. He's got it inbounds. Nice toe drag there, but we do have a flag on the play.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here we go. 2nd and very long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up. I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, stop it.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself. But he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. The Bears about set for their next possession. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. From the 29. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
He lofts it, deep left. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they're going to take over possession. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. The give now out of the shotgun. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Okay, go ahead and pinch me. I think we just saw it. Not only a fullback getting a touch, but getting a double-digit gain. I think the big guy has earned himself another carry or 2 with that run.
And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Prescott to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. White trying this straight ahead. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Hits his running back. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Playing favorites with... Oh no, the ball is loose! Bears pick it up, headed the other way! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's brought down after a short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Toss play, Swift. And he's tackled for a short gain. Call it 1 yard there, so consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Here's a toss to White. Oh, what a stiff arm. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run it from the gun. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Gets him 5 back on that 1st down run. It's going to be 2nd and 15. Now Dak to throw. That's brought in by White. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. And the downhill charge gets there and touches this one right at the 14. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Here he is to throw. He throws a bullet to the... That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears have taken the lead late. DJ Moore, the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Setting up to pass. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He'll look to throw it. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. So after the play, trainers headed out. A member of the Bears out there in some discomfort. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Dak. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. The Cowboys signaling for their 1st time out. 1st and 10, Prescott. This one falls incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it's 2nd down. Dak throwing again. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Throw caught by his running back. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. And they get the stop. This is going to be a turnover on down. So now their opponent's final chance coming up. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Bears take this one on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Bears winners as we say so long from Dallas.